Hey everybody, welcome to Crack Pack Tuesday number 28 on the Mana Leak. I'm John as always, and we've got yet another pack of Battle for Zendikar in this lovely natural light / shadow that I've got going on with my balcony door. So I need to do this Crack Pack quickly before the sun moves too much. But let's open this Crack Pack and see what we got and what we would take pack one, pick one in a draft. Up first, we've got an Oracle of Dust, 4 and blue for a 3/5 Eldrazi Processor. It's got Devoid, pay 2 colorless, process a card, and then draw and discard a card. So you get to loot for 2 and a process. If you have enough Ingesters, this is actually a pretty decent card. It goes very nicely into the late game, especially in blue-black. Looting is great. It's better when you just tap for it. This has a whole lot more setup cost, but it's also on a 3/5, which will hold the ground pretty darn handily. So I'm a fan of Oracle of Dust in the right deck, but it's definitely not a high pick. You take this when you know you're going to kind of be in that deck. I would prefer to have a Ruination Guide already. Can't think of the other blue Ingesters offhand, but you know, the Ingesters have the deck sort of ready to go and then hop onto these guys. Next up, we've got an Altar's Reap. This is a 1 and a black instant. As an additional cost to cast, Altar's Reap, sacrifice creature, draw 2 cards. It's a fine card. It's okay. It's it's good insurance against removal, things like that. If your creature's going to die anyways, why not get 2 cards out of it? It's a fine card. I like it. I usually include it in a black deck, but I don't take it very highly. I take it if it's in the pack, if I'm in black and there's just not much else going on. There's also one heck of a scratch right across it. And the exact same scratch is on this Plummet here. That's a very interesting problem. Although it only really appears in the bright sunlight that is rapidly moving, actually. Plummet, 1 and a green for an instant destroy target creature with flying. This, of course, is just pure, utter sideboard removal. You do not play this main deck in most formats. Battle for Zendikar does not seem to be a format where I would play Plummet main deck. But if you need it, it's there. If you're in green, you're probably going to be able to get these when there's nothing else left in the pack. So that's kind of where they belong. Next up, we've got Meyers Malice. This is a 3 and a black sorcery. Target opponent discards 2 cards, or you can pay 5 and a black to awaken 3 on top of it. This card is ever so slightly expensive for what it does at the base level. It's more expensive than Mind Rot, which is kind of playable. You're never happy to play it, but it's there if you need it. For the awaken cost, it gets a little bit better, but of course by the time you get to 6 mana, your opponent may not even have 2 cards left in their hand. I'm not a big fan of Meyers Malice. I would not take it very highly at all, and I probably wouldn't play it too often. Next up, we have Fortified Rampart. This is a 1 and a white creature wall with Defender. It's an 0/6, end of story. If you need this, you need this, and you'll be able to get it. Don't take it too highly, and only take it if you know you're going into a long game deck, some sort of heavy mid-range or some sort of weird white-based control deck or something. It's not really what white wants to be doing. White tends to be very aggressive in this format, but if for some reason you do need to, hold off the ground and wait a while, this is a good card for that. Next up, we have Shadow Glider. This is a 2 and a white creature core soldier. It's a 2/2 with flying. Totally fine. Just totally fine. A lot of people can't handle flyers in this format, and this is one of the flyers that you want to keep building up to, especially if you're in blue-white. Playing one of these, followed by some 4-drop, followed by the Windrider Patrol, is really good. It's not a high pick. It's not a super high pick at all, but it is a creature that I would almost always include in a white deck. Next up, we've got Lifespring Druid, 2 and a green for a creature elf druid. It's a 2/1. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. This, of course, is huge if you're playing Converge. It's extremely good if you're ramping. Just a really solid creature. At common, I do see these go around quite a bit, so I wouldn't actually put it as nearly a high pick as I did in the set review originally, or as I did in my first draft, where I didn't do too well. But it is still a pretty solid role player, and a card I'm fairly happy with, but I probably wouldn't first pick it terribly often. And that shadow is moving across the table, so let's move the camera a bit more. Valakut Invoker is up next. 2 and a red for a creature human shaman. It's a 2/3. You can pay 8 colorless mana, and Valakut Invoker deals 3 damage to target creature or player. If you can get late game, this is pretty solid. If you can reliably get to 8, it's pretty solid. And that's 8 without Eldrazi Scions. You don't want to be sacking Scions just to activate this. Scions are, meant to be something that really impacts the board. But if you can get there, then this guy's totally fine. I would generally be okay-ish playing it as a 2/3 for 3. Not happy, but I think if you want these, you can get these pretty handily. Next up, we have Urgot Greathorn. This is a 3 and a white creature beast. It's a 2/3 with first strike, and it's got landfall +2/+2 until end of turn. Pretty decent creature, actually. 2/3 first strike for 4 is okay. It will kind of do what it needs to do for a bit, but when it becomes a 4/5 first striker, it's really good. I actually like this card, and I've actually kind of felt a bit scared when it comes down on the other side of the board a fair number of the times. It is somewhat easy to deal with when the landfall is turned off, but when it's turned on, it's a real legitimate threat. Not a huge high pick, but definitely a consideration and included in most decks. On to the uncommons, we've got ourselves a Cythe Leopard. It's a single green mana for a creature cat. It's got 1/1, it's got landfall, +1/+1 till end of turn. I hate Cythe Leopard. I will say this every time I see it. I think it's garbage. I think it's a huge, huge trap. It's exactly good on one turn, and that is turn 1. And then on turn 2, assuming you hit your land drop, which I hope you do, it's okay. And then it just fails from there. I don't want to take these. I don't want to play these. Yeah, I hate Cythe Leopard. Next up, we've got a Grove Tender Druids. It's a 2 green-white creature, elf, druid, ally. It's a 3/3. It's got Rally. Whenever Grove Tender Druids or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, you can pay 1 colorless mana. If you do, put a 1/1 green plant creature token onto the battlefield. I don't really see the point of this guy. I've yet to see somebody go off with him. I bet there's probably something that you could do with this, but I just don't see it. There doesn't really seem to be a token deck. Maybe with Retreat to Emeria, they get a little bit better, or with Gideon's Emblem, they get a little bit better, but it feels like it's just going to be really hard to go off with this. There's so many better rally triggers in the set that I don't really want to fool around with Grove Tender Druids all that much. Final uncommon is Adverse Conditions. 3 and a blue for an instant. It's got Devoid, tap up to 2 target creatures. Those creatures don't on-tap during their controller's next on-tap step. And put a 1/1 Eldrazi Scion token creature onto the battlefield. Fine card. It's quite good if you're playing tempo. It's quite good if you're playing control. It helps you ramp a little bit. It does a lot of things at instant speed and for a pretty decentish cost. 3 and a blue. I'm pretty happy with Adverse Conditions. I'll probably include the first one in a lot of decks that I play, unless I'm... Well, no, even if I'm being super aggressive, I think it still has a pretty solid place, because, of course, it will help you continue being aggressive by tapping up to 2 of their team down. So I'm a pretty big fan of Adverse Conditions. I just don't quite think I'd first pick it. In the rare slot, we have Felidar Sovereign, 4 white for a creature cat beast with Vigilance lifelink. It's a 4/6, and at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 40 or more life, you win the game. I love alternate win conditions. I love 4/6 Vigilant lifelinkers. This guy is just he's a beast. He's a cat beast. Solid card. Ever so slightly expensive, but there's no way this could ever be cheaper. Double white isn't that big of a problem on turn 6. Solid creature. I'd always be happy to play Felidar Sovereign. You can't assume you're going to win with the second clause, but you'll probably just win because you get so much extra life and one heck of a blocker and attacker. So Felidar Sovereign, very, very good. And I saw a foil. We do have a foil. We have a Chasm Guide. It's a 3 red creature goblin scout ally. It's got Rally and gives your team haste whenever an ally or it comes into play. And it's a 3/2. Pretty solid. Definitely helps if you're heavy on allies. If you're red-white, Chasm Guide is really, really good. It's not super amazing. I don't think I'd first pick it and be like, aha, I'm going into the ally deck, which I would with, something like the double striker or the life linker or even the first striker potentially. But it is still a very good card, and I'd pretty highly pick it. Potentially to go into allies, just not as a first pick, but still a pretty high pick. And we've got a land and a token. So I think my pick is between Felidar Sovereign and, I don't know, Felidar Sovereign. There's really not much else in this pack that I would consider taking over the Felidar Sovereign. Maybe the Chasm Guide. And that's really about it, I think. Relatively weak pack, which is interesting because I've been seeing that a lot lately in the Kraka packs, is there really seeming to be one clear pick. But definitely let me know what you would have picked. Would you have taken the Felidar Sovereign and attempted to gain all the life? Would you have taken the Chasm Guide, the Lifespring Druid, or something else? Are you convinced Cythe Leopard is actually decent? Let me know in the comments below. I love seeing you guys interact down there. I love hearing what your thoughts are on the packs. But as always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can find me on Twitter at TheManaLeak. That's L-E-E-K, like the vegetable, not the card. And you can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/TheManaLeak. You've already found me here on YouTube. You've got the comment section down below, as I said. As well, like and subscribe my videos if you enjoy them, and be able to keep up to date on all the latest videos as they come out. But as always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you all next time.